welcome to our conspiracies, gaming, and anime show. If you're new here, well, this is episode one of our show, which talks about, well, everything in the title. However, the caveat to this is that out of the three choices that we have, we're only going to get to pick one, and it's going to be random. And we're also only going to have one person start us off at least. And that's also going to be up to chance. I'm your host today. My name's Drew, and I have my co-hosts here, Noah and Dom.
Hi.
All right. So, without further ado, boys, let's you know what? Let's see who's gonna be the loser today. So, some ground
Ooh.
rules here for our viewers. We are doing a 20-sided die, and we are rolling 5 of them. And you'll get to see it. These two won't, but you'll see whose number is the closest to it, and that person is our loser for the day, but really the winner. So they'll be speaking about the topic, which will be on to the next thing, which you guys will see. So, boys, what's your number for today?
Hi, post editing Drew here, and I've realized when editing this part that the sound is kind of off. Well, it's non-existent. So you guys are gonna have to do with my narrating of what I remember from this little section. But let's see here. We do the non-conventional dice roll that for you audio listeners you can check out just through a Google search. And Dom picked some ridiculously low number. I think it was 7. Keep in mind this is a 20-sided dice with 5 of them. So that was a bold strategy there. Noah picked something along the lines of 32 or 33, and I picked 70-ish. So as you can see, Noah, unfortunately, is our loser for today. And then they laugh. I don't remember what they said. I think Dom was poking fun at him for maybe possibly getting the subject of conspiracy, since we have 3 topics here on this show. And we do the little wheel spinny thing to tell us which topic we're going to be talking about. And, well, let's just say Noah doesn't really like conspiracy, since it's not really a topic of his interest. But as you'll see in just a second, he is, or at least as you'll hear in just a few moments, for you audio listeners, he's going to actually get something that he's been more inclined about talking. And yeah, so I'm going to stop talking now myself and let you guys listen in and enjoy. And sorry about losing the audio clip here.
He said it's conspiracies. All right, Noah.
Okay,
Take us away.
gaming. Yeah, gaming. So I haven't had much chance to play games lately, heavy in the new semester here, but one that I kind of pop in and just try it out, especially because it's right now it's free on Amazon Prime Gaming. It's called Endling. Endling Extinction.
Okay.
And it is this beautiful, like, it's just like a side scroller type adventure game, and you play as a fox. Cute. And you're having to look after your pups.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cute.
That is pretty cute.
But in the first like 10 minutes, this definitely isn't a spoiler because it happens
God.
very early. One of your pups gets taken.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to say it died or some shit. Okay, good. That's not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually should
I-
probably mention to our viewers, we won't do spoilers in the first 10 minutes, but I'll put a timestamp for when the
Okay,
spoilers
yeah,
will come.
you're gonna have to do that because you know we're bad with that.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll
Okay,
literally
good.
like beep you guys out. So
You
if
can
you,
just bleep us, yeah.
but let's
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
take spoilers into like the first 10 minutes at least.
Okay. Sure.
Tell us about the game without spoiling it.
Okay, so the gameplay, it's all very, it's kind of stealth based, and you're going around managing resources. The big crunch on everything is you have to be able to get enough food to feed your pups.
Mm.
So you're always going around hunting for food. But
Okay.
once you've taken like a fish from somewhere or a rabbit, they're not coming back. So you're
Okay.
always
Okay.
having to go further and further away from your den to find things.
Mm.
And there's random events that will happen, like, oh, I went down this path, and all of a sudden, oh, well, there's a human and you have no way to fight them. You're just going to get caught and killed.
Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. So the whole way it starts is like this cinematic of the entire forest like burning down. You're backed off into your den,
Mm.
and it's trying to rebuild from there and finding your pups and teaching them new skills and how to survive.
Yeah.
It's just this really cute, atmospheric, like voxel type art style, and the music is incredible.
Hmm.
I've like being immersed into an experience. It's like, oh man, one of those like lo-fi vibe type of games. You just
Very
kind of
chill.
go in, yeah, you go, it's nice and chill. You're exploring new environments, you hear different music, there's events that happen in the map.
Hmm.
It's like just one of those chill games. It's not a very high stress. It's like, oh, I can hop on for like 20 minutes, do a couple days in the game, and then call it a day, you know?
Yeah.
I've been enjoying those light-hearted type of games because it's either that or I go crazy and I go high stress gaming. So,
Those are
it's
Elden Ring. Fair enough.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying playing it. I actually found out about it through another stream. It was like,
Mm.
oh, highlighting indie games and uh like what you should check out for art style and everything. And it popped up and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I saw that it was free on Amazon Prime Games. I'm like, okay, nice.
Mm.
Mm.
I'll check it out.
Mm.
Thoroughly have enjoyed mind you, I've only gotten like 6 hours into the game,
Yeah.
but I can already see at least another like 40 hours of enjoyable gameplay in this experience.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's a lot actually for an indie game, like side scroller as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's learning new skills by developing your pups to pass other obstacles and things that happen in the environment. Like one of the days it rains and you can cross the river,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
it's just like a super vibe type game.
See, I'd feel some like kinship there with my little
Yeah.
pups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like if you go down a hole, they get scared and you have to go up and you have to
Oh.
like
That's cute.
play with your pups to get them not scared
Just like,
anymore.
oh, it's okay,
Yeah,
little
it's
kitty,
okay. It's
come on.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Right.
Oh.
And you just going around through the day, you get food, you bring it back to the den and you sleep it off, and then you see them getting all their skills up and everything. You
Yeah.
can choose the colors of your pups.
Oh.
Aw,
Yeah.
it's
I
cute.
So
I feel like if I
Yeah.
play this game, I'd be like, oh, little babies.
I
I'll be
know you
there.
get
yeah,
attached to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a vibe game. Like I'm enjoying things like that. I'm getting sentimental over little pixel dudes. Like,
Did you
oh,
did you did you name the pups? Like, do you have names for them?
Yeah.
hell yes, I did.
What'd you name them?
You don't have an option to do that in the game, but I
Well, you're
named
like, of
mine.
course you have names for them though.
So what are the names in your heart? Like,
Oh,
what
I
names did you give
got
them?
I chose like Terry for Terry Fox.
Mm.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
Jeff for Jeff Foxworthy, and I've got Megan for Megan
Megan
Fox.
Fox.
So are these just
Yeah.
like Fox based? If you had a fourth one, would it just be called News, like Fox News, or
Dude, Fox
Yeah,
News.
yeah. Tucker.
Tucker? Very on the nose there. I like it.
So yeah, like it's not a lot to say other than it's got great design and it's made by a small team. It's crazy good marketing that it's on Amazon Prime Games, because I definitely wouldn't have bought it if I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Do you happen to know who the actual publisher is? We can. I mean, we'll,
uh,
we'll we'll show it up here anyways. But do you have to remember?
yeah, I don't. I can do a quick Google.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
it's funny. It reminds me of that the one with the cat. Is it
oh,
Stray?
Stray. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
sounds very
So
similar.
Yeah.
It's a similar type
it's
concept.
made by a developer called Herobeats Studios.
Herobeats.
Are they the ones that made that Hi-Fi Rush game, or am I thinking of something else?
The one on Xbox?
Yeah. Is it just because they're
I
called
thi-
Herobeats Studio? Is that why I'm thinking of this?
I think that this is their only game.
Oh, is
Oh.
it? Okay.
Yeah, so it's their first game in the entire thing, and
Hmm.
Oh, good for them.
yeah. So I haven't even encountered like a ton of the things that you have to survive.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, because yeah, like
for all of our viewers, they can. I have the trailer playing up here.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure it's not like the high stress gaming that you're expecting out of this
It's
thing.
like,
yeah,
it's
Yo.
not a battle royale. It's not COD, but okay.
No,
It's
no.
okay. It's good. It's good.
If you're
very
wanting
chill.
like
Yeah.
I feel like it's the type of game you could play with your girlfriend and they would be okay with it because they're like, oh, there's little fox dudes.
Yeah.
If we had one, yeah, sure.
Sorry, humble
Hey,
brags.
hey. This isn't the podcast. You can't be dropping like fourth wall breaks. Stick to the topic.
Drops that in there. Okay.
All right, cut. We have to have a discussion here. No, I'm just joking. But
Yeah, like so obviously you guys haven't played that game, but are there games that you have played that give that similar vibe?
Stray is one that he talked about. I played briefly, and it doesn't give me the same vibes as this game, where it's like you're taking care of. Actually, a game. This might sound unconventional, but I think a game that has a similar sort of mechanic of taking care of something is like Plague Tales for me. Like where you have the little brother that you're taking care of,
Yeah.
and you're kind of switching between characters.
Right.
Now I know that's a little bit more like stressful,
Right.
not so chill, but it gives me sort of that you feel this sort of attachment with your sibling here, and it gives me that kind of like, yeah, I want the little guy to succeed. I want him to win. Right, I want to make sure he's
Right?
okay. Like, even though I don't like, why would I care about this person, this
Mhm.
character, right? But the same thing with these little foxes. You're looking like I was watching the trailer while you're speaking. Like, they look so adorable. I kind of don't want them. I want to make sure they're okay. At the end of the day, it's a video game. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only one I can think of. Like, I haven't really played something
Mm.
like this. Don?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's difficult for me because I've never been a side scroller person.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, I play more role-playing games. So it
Right.
depends on the game.
Mhm.
I would say it's gonna sound bad, but the closest I would have to this is probably Fable 2. Because
Okay.
you can have children in that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean you're not necessarily like the most present father,
Mm.
but I mean you can try at least to be one. The
Mhm.
problem
Right.
is of course in typical Fable fashion, you don't necessarily have to be a very loyal father. So
No.
Not monogamous.
not particularly, no. So I
Uh,
mean I
Different wife in
fathered
every city. Yeah.
in every city, my friend.
Every different
I,
house in the city.
I mean, at one point I was so rich I owned everything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and every house had a wife. And
Mhm.
it was one of those situations where you would have,
4%
instances,
of the population
scenarios.
was.
Well, like I remember in that game, you get bonus like items every day because
Yes,
you have
your
wives, and
wives
they
would give you gifts,
Yeah.
and your children would love to play with you, and then sometimes the wives might discover that they are not the only wife, and it's not always fun because
Mhm.
Mm.
sometimes they'll divorce you and take the kids, but It's fine. I've got
I
like
mean, you
80
just
more
got to
lives.
bring them to the cultists and
Yeah,
sacrifice
it's
them
alright.
to get more evil points.
But you know, to my
It's
credit,
completely the
I
opposite of
did,
your game, but yeah.
Yeah.
you know, to be fair though, I mean, I did genuinely care for my first wife.
Okay.
I made sure, because no, really a spoiler. I mean, Fable 2 is quite an old game now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, there is a point where you basically become king, and
Mhm.
you have a castle. And I met this woman when we were both just little gypsies living on the land, and I took her from the little hut that we had, and I put her in a castle. And at the end of the day, every wife since then,
Never.
sorry, that was my main lady. And those
Your
kids were
first
my
was your best.
the
Yeah.
first kids that I had. I was like my favorite kids.
Hmm.
You know, like I had
So-
80 something kids, but like that was the main one. Those were the main kids.
Okay.
Ladies, watch out.
Hello, Daddy.
Our house isn't the best.
Thank
I guess
you.
our house is okay, but I prefer playing at my friend's house.
Okay, but only because it's a biological imperative.
They were all the rest of them were just side pieces, but that was my main wife.
You know what? I like it. Listen here, ladies. If you ain't first, you're last. Okay.
We ate first July.
Shake and bake. All right.
But yeah, I mean that's the closest I guess I would have to like, an experience of like caring for a character, like
Yeah.
it's like a child character or something. That's like
Yeah.
the closest
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, aside from that, it's like God of War, and I mean that wasn't really love.
No,
That wasn't
yeah,
a- that
like
was just-
there's a ton of games where you're having to escort, like having a kid with you the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even going back to Yoshi's Island 2,
Yeah.
you know, you got Baby Mario on your back the whole time.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island Adventures, you know,
Yeah.
it's there's games where they do it well, and it's like, oh, they're an asset, and you want to make sure that they're doing well. And there's games that don't do it so well, and they're just a nuisance, like Resident Evil 4.
And can we also say what's that other game? The Last of Us 2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't a
I
fan of
haven't
that game.
actually played that. So even the first Last of Us, I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I've seen gameplay and I've seen the HBO.
I
series,
genuinely
which is
like the
very
first
good.
one. Yeah.
First
Yeah,
one I heard was
first one,
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
But the second, I don't know. A lot of people said they weren't too keen on that one compared
Fell
to
off.
first.
Yeah, I did. I didn't like it, but it won a bunch of awards because of all. We'll get into that another day. But not
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
But you know, like I enjoy games where they make you care for the characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this seems like something that they thought of, oh, how do we boil that down? Cute baby foxes
Mhm.
Yes.
that you see grow up and get older, and they can do more things. And it's like, they're my main attachment in the game, not the gameplay. It's
Yes.
how am I going to get you guys to know more things?
Yes.
You know, while I was watching the trailer while you were speaking, there was a moment where you said it a little while ago where the owl will pick up one of the cubs, and it happened in the trailer, and even my heart skipped a beat. I was like,
like, oh no.
no.
You imagine
I'm not
how
even playing.
full
This
that
is just a
must
fucking
be.
trailer.
You know what I mean? Like imagine
Yeah.
like I know it's just digital, but like imagine like a real fox.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
seeing that, like
Yeah.
your child just snatched away from you like that.
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah.
My heart. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that.
No,
And that's the part. Like that's the part with feeling things. Sometimes you don't want to feel. It's
No.
nice to just enjoy the game and like you can walk away from it, but those make you feel things. Do you
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
feel things when you play games?
I do.
So like there's another aspect in the game where you're having to track down your lost pup, like one that was taken, and you find traces of this trapper, and it's like you follow its scent and you find mementos and like items that they like touched or left behind, and you see what the trapper is doing to your pup, and you're just
Wait,
like,
sorry. No,
Oh.
before you continue, is this the spoiler part? Because we haven't played it, so I just want to know. Is this
uh
is this where I throw the spoiler?
no, because I haven't said what he's doing to
Oh,
it,
okay.
and
Okay.
it's yeah, like
Okay, let me know. Let me
it's-
know when it's actually
yeah,
spoiler.
I'm gonna assume it's nothing good though.
Yeah.
No, but believe me when I say I've only played 6 hours and it's just scratching the surface. I don't even know the major plot points in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. This
right.
all happens in
So
like
no
40
spoilers for
minutes
you
of
guys.
gameplay.
Anyone that's watching.
Yeah.
So okay. And like what's the what's the actual combat like in this game? I'm assuming like when you're protecting your pups or against humans or animals, like, or traps. What do you
Yeah.
do?
So pretty much they like take your they grab your pup and
Yeah.
there's like an alert on the screen.
Okay.
And you run over and you like bark at them, you do the interact button,
Yeah.
and you can only protect them if you're not hurt.
Yeah.
But so if you're hurt, the pup gets taken, game over.
Oh, it's straight up game over. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I haven't had it happen because I'm a
Yeah.
good pet parent, but there
I just want to
the
throw that
fact
out
that
there.
the fact that one has been taken and there's three and they all have different skills makes me think that you can lose a pup and still go on.
And still continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
So then there's the trauma of knowing that you failed your pup.
Failed as a
Yeah.
parent. Oof.
no, but now I'm curious. Like you said, each one of them has a skill. Like, what is that exactly?
Mhm.
Like, how does that affect the mother fox that you're controlling?
Yeah, so Mother Fox, she can do most things.
Okay.
She can like climb trees, she can swim, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But there's like certain things that only the pups can do. Like eventually they learn how to burrow through small holes and then they
Yeah.
can get and open other paths.
Yeah.
They can like hide in a bush for you and act as a trap to distract.
Okay.
And they can like hold their brothers or sisters by the scruff and like lower them down to grab things.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah. So when you lose that ability, then you have to go around and try and train your pup again, pretty much.
I see.
Yeah. So whatever progress you had is lost because you lost your pup.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna say, like, using your child as bait is kind of sus as a parent. Just gonna say
Yeah.
that. I mean, I know it's a skill,
It's
but like,
hey,
hey, I'll be a
it's
distraction right now.
it's a good bait and switch tactic. If you're good enough.
If child services was to hear this, I don't know if they'd be particularly happy with that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But you know what? I'm actually intrigued by this though. How I'm guessing like some of the pups help you forage food better, or maybe build a shelter better, stuff like that. Like that's like I can only guess. Like that's the whole point in having
Yeah.
uniquely skilled each of them
Mhm.
pups.
Mhm.
Like if you lose them, obviously, you're kind of now screwed. Yeah, I don't think they would do a
Right.
game over if you lost one pup. I feel like that's
Yeah,
bet-
I think that they would just say you messed up as a parent,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you now don't have that child. They're dead. You know.
They guilt trip you the rest of the game. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be such a chill, like
Okay,
lo-fi
so like
vibe game.
every night when you go into the den, you see your little pups interacting. Imagine just going and you see that empty space where they should be.
Oh god.
Oh God, why did you have to say that? Now I'm picturing it. Now I'm depressed. I'm not playing this game. Oh yeah, for for all of you listening and watching, the whole point of each of the topics is that we have to convince, for some of them, for gaming and anime specifically, we have to convince the others who haven't played it or seen it to see it or play it. Conspiracy, we don't have to like get any of us to believe it, but so far, Noah, you've got me interested in this game.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
I'm interested enough to check it out.
Yeah.
I didn't,
so-
to be honest, didn't even know Amazon gaming was like a thing that was popular, to be honest.
Oh yeah. So like right now, it's either free on Amazon Games. You can pick it up and you have it forever if you have Amazon Prime. It's 50% off on Steam, so it's $20, but retail is $40 Canadian.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said $40 Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay, so for I'm assuming it's gonna be mostly non-Canadians watching this.
Right.
It's gonna be close to $25 to $30 for you, depending on
Yeah.
what your currency is.
Exactly. And
What is it in euros?
Oh, that's a bit of a different story.
That's
right?
a different story at the current moment.
Yeah.
We have a lot of viewers in Europe, so We should probably cater to them.
Oh, Z
currency-wise.
Germans.
And yes, it is still available for the next 2 weeks on Amazon Prime Games for free.
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
only used Amazon Prime to get like
Warframe.
skins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I also did download Shadow of War when they had that for free. They were giving that one out.
Oh, that was free on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, yeah.
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 I got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The first one, I got that for free.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed out on that.
Yeah, I saw that. I missed that one too. I
Oh.
saw it late. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Wish
And
had
I got
that.
like Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
They had that massive sale last year. It was like both of them for $3. I just got it.
Yeah.
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 Go for it. It's actually
Yeah, it's a
fun.
slept on platform because if you have Prime, you get free games.
Mm.
And every month it's like an A-list game and a ton of indie games.
Mm.
So are we saying that that Sony service that they have, whatever their PS Plus thing is, I don't know what it's called anymore. Maybe it's still PS Plus. Are we saying that that's the worst one out of all the gaming
I don't
stuff?
know because my brother got Ghost of Tsushima for free on it. So
Okay.
That is a very good game.
That's a good free game to get.
It's actually an excellent game.
I mean, that's an exclusive though. So
yeah.
So it's like, yo, if they gave out Elden Ring for free, I'd be like, huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because like, listen,
so
all the
I don't
Persona
know.
games are free on Game Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, and Persona is like, oh.
No one can top Game Pass because it's got
No.
hundreds of games for free.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Oh, Persona
You can't.
3 that's coming out in a couple weeks is also free on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm disappearing for the
Jeez.
entire weekend when that comes
It's
out.
$90 Canadian, free on
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
see me. I'm just gonna tell you guys, you're not gonna see me.
Mhm.
I'm playing Persona 3 the entire weekend.
Are we guessing that if Dom gets picked for gaming, that's the one he talks about?
Of course.
Oh, I wouldn't
Of
doubt
course
it.
I'm talking about Persona.
You know what he's gonna do within the
It's
first
either that or fucking Skyrim, you know this.
120 seconds he spoils the game. Like he tells you the
Well,
whole
see,
plot points.
Going
How do
into
I
this
not
episode,
know?
I had the option to choose a game I know very well, but I'm like, you know what? This is something new. I want to talk about it because it's interesting right now.
I like
and I'm
it.
like, oh,
It's
it's
fresh.
kind of hot. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Like I actually expected you. I'll be honest. I thought once it hit gaming, you're gonna talk about maybe Liza P or Elden,
Yeah.
like because you're a very big.
I was fully ready to jump into that, but I
Yeah.
saw that on my dash, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this because
Yeah.
I bet neither of these guys have heard of it, and
No.
we'll probably at least check out a video on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. You know what? You actually did the secret part of this this task or this little like new show, which is you convinced us to at least try this game out.
Yeah.
So,
Some of the indie games are really good. Like even I don't know if you remember that years ago there was a one called Journey. Do you remember that one?
I remember.
Yeah,
Journey.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a similar thing where it's like it's a completely different vibe from what you're used to for most gaming. It's like at the time you still had, you know, your annual CODs, your annual Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
your annual, you know, football games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's a game where you just kind of, you know, go on a journey. You just you know, explore the world. And it's a completely different pace, completely different vibe. It's nice sometimes to just have that. And then you had to get No Man's Sky as well.
Yeah. It's amazing how indie games are the ones with the fresh ideas.
Yeah.
AAA titles, they're going to be the same. Pretty much you can tell what the story is going to be, especially because writer strike went through. And then we just got really bland games for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know? So indie games, they've been pumping out fresh content all this time.
And I want to say that for indie games itself, I feel like they have soul.
Yeah.
Or whatever the word you want to use for it. It's just there's something behind every little thing that the indie game developer has done. Now, I'm not saying all indie game developers are like this because like there are some that just do cash grab games.
Yeah.
Probably a hot take, but we're not going to really discuss it today. Is I think Pal World is one of those games.
Oh yeah.
But you know that's a topic for another day. But for this game, I honestly believe like this is a game that the developers here, Herobeats Studio, wanted to build something that they loved playing, and from all accounts, like from what you're saying and just looking at the trailer here, it looks like one of those games that has heart and soul in it for something that
Yeah.
I'll be very honest, I typically wouldn't play.
Yeah.
And it's like the content is, I'd say it's definitely something you could throw into anyone's hands, and it has very simple commands. It's maybe 4 buttons total for the entire operation of the game,
Mm.
and I feel like it appeals to all audiences.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Maybe even COD Bros would jump in and try it just because, you know.
Ooh,
I
that's
feel
a
like
tough one.
COD Bros need to jump in and try it.
They need to
Like,
try
yeah,
something
like-
else because they literally play nothing else than COD.
But COD, yeah. And the Fortnite Bros too. Like, come on.
like
Like get off the like I'm sure Fortnite's fun. I haven't tried it, but try this one.
play
Say,
games that make you cry.
yeah.
You know what? I think it's also an age thing too, though. Because
Mm.
when I was younger, you could not catch me playing a game that wasn't like competitive. But
Yeah, that's fair.
as I get older, and I'm like, okay, as you're aging and you're working, and you're like, okay, I don't have a lot of time to like be very, very good at this one thing. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time to play. And if I want to enjoy myself, I don't want to, jump on a game that I'm not able to dedicate my skill to. So I'm not going to be that great, which means that if I'm going up against people that play this day in, day out, I'm going to get swept, which is
Yeah.
not enjoyable. So you
No.
tend to fall to games that are more kind of like this pace, where it's like I can just pick it up, have a little bit of fun with it, enjoy it, and then say, okay, I'm done, I'm good, I'm gonna move on, right? Like
Yeah.
COD is a very time-consuming game, and that like to enjoy it,
You have to be good.
You have to be good because it's competitive, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know.
That's why I opened my entire spiel with like, I'm busy. I haven't had time to play games.
Yeah.
This is something I've been picking up for like 20, 30 minutes when
Yeah.
I've got that extra bit of time and I just want to play a game instead of watching a show.
Yeah.
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 It's finding something that is, you can have a coffee beside you. You can stop in the game, just, let your main fox preen the baby foxes while you're sipping on some coffee. It's that like Saturday morning vibes type of game or it's like after work, I just want to have a little bit of fun. I want to be engaged. I don't want to just sit back and watch a show.
Yeah.
It's got that middle ground where it's like got stress, but it's also very laid back. I got one of my favorite memories in the game is it wasn't even a major event in the game. You were just running around, and then all of a sudden you start hearing like someone playing guitar.
Yeah.
So you go check it out, and it's just a girl who's hiking playing guitar by the riverside.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was beautiful. I stayed and listened to their entire song.
Yeah. That's a really cool moment in the like that's somebody coded that moment for it to be
Yeah.
that beautiful. So
Mhm.
that's cool. I like when like games have like those. You don't often see it in AAA games as much for sure.
Mhm.
Like obviously the well polished ones, like The
Red Dead
Witcher
2.
3 or Baldur's Gate
Mhm.
3, like those games have these moments. But
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
see, I'm also the person in Elden Ring that as soon as I heard the dudes playing their like violin, I
Yeah.
went and sat down by that bonfire and I listened to them
they're bound
for their
yeah.
entire song. Yeah.
Yeah. I did the same thing in Liza P when that area where you can hear the opera house.
Yeah.
So like I just killed all the monsters there and just basically sat there and listened to the opera singer.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, this is so tragic, but I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sad but happy.
I'm sappy.
I'm sappy.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's my recommendation. You give it a shot right now. It's got great reviews, free on Amazon Prime Games, half off Steam, and I believe it's also on console. So check it out.
Yes.
I enjoy it.
He's absolutely right. So if all the ones that he mentioned, and for console wise, you can get it on your PS4, Xbox One, and your Nintendo Switch. So
On any platform you can play it.
So yeah, I would honestly, since you've convinced me, I would also say like, yeah, I'm gonna play it, and I
Yeah.
think other people should too. Dom, sounds like we're
I'd
in
play it.
agreement.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd play it.
So the last thing I want you to do, and this is gonna apply to all of the topics that we have. So the way it goes, conspiracy out of 10, you have to, depending on your score, and the score is gonna be very strict. So if you just throw out a 7 or 8 there, that's pretty damn high. We're gonna compare that to other conspiracies that might be more true than the one you mentioned,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Same thing with gaming and anime. So if you put on a very high score, that means you're essentially saying that this is higher than something else. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
example being, if Elden Ring is a 9 out of 10 for you and this game is a 7 out of 10, you're saying only 2 points is the difference between this game and Elden Ring. So,
Yeah.
uh, now, your honest opinion, because since you got picked for this one, out of
Yeah.
10, what's your score for this game?
I'm going to base mine on a logarithmic scale. So it's like, for every 1 point, that's 10 times more.
Okay.
So I thoroughly believe this deserves like a 6.2.
Okay.
It is
Fair enough.
higher than average. I can see where some people wouldn't want to sink a ton of time into it, but because of its accessibility and the atmosphere through it all, for a cost per hour of gameplay, you're maybe top spending $1 an hour. So if you can justify that in your purchase, that's how I justify my games, and it's going to be an enjoyable time. So 6.2, I feel like, is a very fair rating for this.
Okay.
All right. Well, you heard it here. 6.2 for the game called Endling. So,
Mm.
hope you guys check it out. Hope you like this review of the game. And if Noah's convinced you, then leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And yeah, if you played it, tell us how you feel about it. Oh, and let us know
Yeah.
what you named your pups as well. That'd be kind of
Exactly. Please.
cool. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this show. Have a good one, everyone.